I'm Brian Ierson, one of the trainers with the Computer Workshop. In this week's tutorial, we're going to take a look at some basics of HTML, looking at a few different types of tags, and then we'll also look at structure. HTML tags are generally made up of two parts. The first will be an opening tag, and that is written with a less than, the name of the tag, and a greater than symbol. You would then put in whatever content you want to control with that tag, and then you require a closing tag. The closing tag will be the same as the opening tag, except before the name of the tag you will add a /. Most tags will have this type of configuration. There will be an opening and there will be a closing. Some tags do not require both an open and a close component to make them work. Some tags will be self-referential. An example would be a link tag. So that is my tag opening. I would then add in an attribute. In this case, I'm going to use the href attribute and direct that to where my resource is going to be pulled from. To close or complete this, I simply finish it with a greater than symbol. Another thing that you will see in HTML will be called an entity, and it will begin with an ampersand followed by a series of letters that define the type of entity that this is, and then a semicolon. Whoops, not a full colon, but a semicolon. This is referred to as an entity. In this case, a non-breaking space. If you would like to include more than a space, you would use an entity of a non-breaking space as shown here. Another thing that you will see often inside of HTML are what are called comments. These will start with a less than, exclamation, dash dash, whatever text you would like to add, dash dash, greater than. These are going to be the most common things you will encounter when you are working in HTML. A tag, a self-referential tag, an entity, and a comment. Now that we have a basic understanding of a few elements that we will encounter inside of an HTML document, it's time to look at how those elements are put together to give the document its structure. To begin, you can see here we have a sample of HTML code. This is a full page. You can see here is the doc type, which is a declaration so that browsers know what type of information is coming next. You will then notice that the HTML tag has an opening and a closing, and this contains all of the content that exists on your page. Within the HTML tag, you'll notice that there are two main sections here. The first will be the head tag, and the second will be the body tag. Let's start talking about the head tag first. This will be where you're going to put the metadata associated with your pages, as well as any links to external style sheets and any links to scripts. You can see in this case there is also a title tag in the head, and this is the text that will be displayed in a browser tab when the site is accessed. As an example, here you can see an example of the HTML page viewed in a browser. Notice that the browser tab has the text, "This is the page title," and this is directly being pulled from the title tag inside of the head of the HTML. The body tag will contain the contents of your page. So you'll notice there's an H1 and an H2 tag and several P tags. P tags, or paragraphs, are your basic building blocks. Think of them as paragraphs in a regular Word document. Your heading tags will be numbered H1 through H6. Your basic formatting is controlled by the HTML unless otherwise controlled by an external style sheet or internal style attributes. Now, to show you this with commenting, You can see the comments are in green text here. Comments are most commonly used as markers to help people remember the logic of what that code does, or as placeholders for where new code should be added when it is ready, or content. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We do put out new videos on a weekly basis. I would also like to remind you that you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You can also check us out on the web at www.tcworkshop.com and see what classes we have coming up. Until next time, take care for now.